little cilantro and onion. Burrito tacos, Texas style.
Dad is molesting his meat right now.
He's not molesting it, it's liking it. I hear it moving.
So you know, we sitting around watching old Ken Rollins make burrito tacos, and me and Josh got to thinking, and we said, I think we can do this a little different. So we're going to take some of Ken Rollins' recipe, and we're going to put a little Texas flair to it, and we're going to bring you our own burrito tacos here today. What's up, fam? Welcome back to the lab. So like we seen in the first part of this clip, we sat there watching Ken Rollins make these wonderful burrito tacos, and we thought, what if we put a little South Texas twist on that and bring in a barbecue portion of it, and let's smoke the meat up front, right? So Josh and I,
What's up, fellas?
Josh and I said we should smoke that meat for a couple hours on mesquite and get a mesquite infused flavor in the meat, right? To go on the in the burrito tacos. So we didn't have any short ribs, so what I did is I just got a Blackwell Angus sirloin tip roast because it's got a lot of fat content in it, and then we're going to do a boneless chuck roast. What we're going to do is we're going to put a small light rub on it, and we're going to throw it on the smoker for a couple of hours and let that mesquite do what it do before we cube it up and get it in the sauce. Be right back. The wide lens. Got the fat girl lens on there.
I like it like that.
Me too. Hello. Cameraman down. Cameraman.
I love how I smoke.
The camera woman just ate it.
She does.
All right, so what you can see is sous chef doing here. He's rolling out my lime for me, so we like it juicy. We're going to use the lime as a binder. It also breaks down hard meats like this. So before we put our rubs on it, we're going to go ahead and lime it.
So rub your lime before you break down your meat.
That's right.
Videotape him sharpening that one.
She's a squirter.
Makes my balls tingle.
Joshua, I'm going to need a little Texas beef and I need a little chupacabra for flavor.
A little more on the board and less off the board.
It's called evenly coated.
If you shake side to side, it comes out better.
I'm checking
There you go.
You just gotta know how to flick at the wrist.
I'm sorry, I'm
taking
not
it.
a
Alright, hit it with that Texas beef. No, look, yeah. There you go.
It's almost like we have to go extra Texas because we're in Mississippi and we miss it that much.
That's right. Shake that up real good too. It's coming out clumpy before you get the backside.
You said those editing buttons.
All right, so now we got it rubbed up. We've had the smoker going. It should be the temp. You'll check our temp.
I'll get the rectal thermometer. Be right back.
You can go ahead and check the temp. Once we're up to temp, we're gonna put it on, let it cook for a couple hours in the mesquite, and then we're gonna start making sauce. Carry our meats. All right. So we got the Navigator going to 225 with some mesquite pellets. We're just gonna put these little jewels on here, like so. What Chef Josh is doing here is he is deep peppering some ancho chilies, some cascabel chilies, and a little chili de arbol. Alright, so now we've got everything de-seeded. We're going to get it in some hot water that's back here boiling. And we're going to boil it until the tomatoes, the onions, the garlic, and the peppers are soft.
Here's where we made the logo. And this is where I need to use it.
And inside this here, I'm going to put a little chili powder. Not that much, maybe half a cup. That's going to help give it that deep red juice.
I'm in the crib because I'm back, bitches.
Alright, so it's been about 20. What we're doing is we're basically taking out the contents that we've boiled, all the vegetables that are soft, and we're going to put them in the blender. All right, now to this we're going to add a little bit of coriander. Not a whole lot, just a pinch or two. Bit of ground clove. Cinnamon. Just a little bit. Paprika. Dash or two of apple cider vinegar. And some beef broth. Much. Put the lid on it.
kind of like jam.
It's a very
Like
smoky.
Tastes a little more like apple butter.
Yeah, it's very smoky.
Here, try it.
Not bad though.
It's.
Okay, so now we have our mix here. What we're going to do now, as soon as that meat is done off the smoker, we're going to bake or cook that meat for a little while longer in this sauce and a little bit of the broth that we made in that sauce, and that's going to give us our meat. So we got a little ways to go yet, but the sauce mixture is done. I wish Applewood sponsored me.
Me too.
All right, guys. So there's our smoked meats. As you can tell, it's got a beautiful, nice red color. It smells amazing. It's about 130 degrees internal. Look at that. I mean, I think the smokiness is going to just pop this dish. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cut this into smaller cubes, get it in that sauce, and get it baking at 350 degrees.
I mean, it's beef. We could technically start eating it right now. If
Absolutely could.
I kind of want to.
So I'm gonna cut.
Okay. I can't.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have to.
The flavor's delicious. It's just chewy because the meat's not cooked.
Flavor's on point.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the sauce we made. She goes in the oven at 350 for about another probably hour or two. So while we wait on the meat to cool down and the sauce to cool down, we couldn't find any Oaxaca cheese. And that's really what you should use, but they went to a smaller store that kind of specializes in Spanish dishes, Mexican dishes, and they said to use Haverty to substitute for Oaxaca. So that's what we've got. We've got some Haverty, and we're going to shred it up and get it ready while we're waiting. Alright, so 3 beers and 2 margaritas, and 4 hours later, the meat is ready. It's tender. We've already taste tested it for you guys, so you have to trust us on it, but it's good. We're going to pull the meat out. And we're going to drain and leave the juice in the pot because we're going to use the juice for the tortillas after we've shredded the beef. So just I want you to see, when I tell you this is tender, it's that tender.
No effort needed.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, that stuff just folded under very light pressure. We're going to shred the rest of that meat up in here, get it good and shredded. Done. And you can see the smoke ring right there from when we smoked it. We have to let this cool just a minute because we're going to be dipping our hands in the tortillas in the sauce before we put it on the Blackstone. So give it just a second. We're going to let this cool for a minute. We'll be right back. So while we wait on the meat to cool down and the sauce to cool down, we couldn't find any Oaxaca cheese. And that's really what you should use, but they went to a smaller store that kind of specializes in Spanish dishes, Mexican dishes, and they said to use Haverty to substitute for Oaxaca. So that's what we've got. We've got some Haverty, and we're going to shred it up and get it ready while we're waiting.
That was fucking perfect! High five, chef! Drop it under.
Like a fucking serial killer.
Cheyenne.
Shall we do that again? That was fun.
Mom!
Half a hot. What you do here is you're supposed to use corn tortillas. We don't like corn tortillas. We're going to use these type. I'm gonna need to patch a little bit too, Chef. So we've dipped it in the juice and the sauce. We're gonna give it a good little fry on both sides. We're gonna put it over on the cooler side. Metal's fine. Metal.
What's that in your hand, Dad?
That's spatula.
Just spatchy stack.
All right, so we need a little mozzarella. We need a little Haverty, and we need some meat too, Chef.
Okay, sorry. I'll hold the tortilla.
Haverty, a little masa, some meat, flip, squeeze,
Bring your plate closer when he puts it on there.
All right, so we got our taco here. We like to put a little cilantro lime. Excuse me, a little cilantro and onion. Burrito tacos, Texas style. Oh my God. I can't even talk. The mesquite, the Southwest flavors and the Mexican flavors from the burrito and the ancho chilies. Cheers. You guys hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to eat. Thanks for watching.